Great. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning. So, this is Sriram here. I have Deepika with me. She recently cleared a PMP and she's going to share her success story. Before that, I should know her for some time, in the sense she started the preparation and then lot of in between blockers, and she didn't give up. That's the best thing I would appreciate her. She came back again. Sriram, one more time, I will sit for a listening session. So she listened to the session, followed the process, and get herself certified. Why I say this information is there are some people who started in between. There is a blocker, they leave it there. But some people take it seriously. Okay, let me do it. And also, this COVID helped many people to what to say, hold on with their dreams, telling that, hey guys, let's do this. So this is her certificate cleared on 30th of December. So Deepika became a PMP from there. And she's really excited. So first of all, congratulations to Deepika for your great success. And another thing is, thanks for having the trust, staying with us for a long time and following with us and getting yourself certified. So good wishes. Let's listen from you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Sheena. First of all, I would like to thank you and your entire team, especially Rahul as well, who has been with us from a long time and supporting each and every query. And I think that is also like very much helpful in getting a push because I think that is one of the very rare things which we see. And there was a lot of push and consistency from Rahul as well while clearing any doubts or helping with how to solve any questions or covering up the mocks, prepcast relative to any query. I think he's very helpful and available all the time. No matter what time we ping Rahul for anything, he's always there. And the way he explained that is quite informative and quite helpful. That helped a lot.
Very good. That's really interesting to know. See, ideally, we believe more on surveys in the sense of the people in PMP. What the problem is, even though we know it, only when we hear from somebody, we ourselves confirm it. Even though we know the answer, if somebody tell that, you'll feel okay. That sounds good. Well, that confirmation definitely we need some people. So, thanks to our team here, Rahul and team, keep helping you all.
Yeah, and at times, that really help for each and every participant so prepare because that is really a long journey and that really requires a lot of dedication and apart from that, lot of efforts. So apart from maintaining the office work, it's very difficult to put in extra time. And then when you have such people who constantly motivate you and help you, and more important is the the guidance what we have that was in a such a right direction so that would be able to target this. So my overall preparation, right, what I actively prepared is, starting from August onwards when I joined the batch. So it's almost around like 3 months I have covered it up and then update for the exam.
Okay. If you want to talk about your job and nature of work, how is it and how come PMP is related there?
So in terms of PMP, it's exactly the same here because in my current role, I look after the project delivery. So it's more or less the same, like to manage the stakeholders and then look after the like as we say the heart of the project management, which is the integration part. So
Mm,
that is at the core of it, including the change management.
Okay.
So that also did help, and I think as we say, ki in terms of the overall exam pattern, the change management is the key, and I think someone has an expertise into the change matter and integration, so I
Mm,
think someone can easily make it out, and that really helped me from my job experience as well because that is one of the very key element that we deal into the CCP process.
got you.
So that I have, worked it very closely. So that did help in answering most of the questions in the exam. So my overall exam, I have seen a lot of questions on the CCB process
Mm,
and
mm.
into the integration. So that really helped.
Great. That's good to know. So, how was it with the last 1 week of your examination? The last push.
Yeah, I that really reminds me of the last conversation what we had during the last 2 days. So there were again a lot of challenges in the last 8 to 10 days. I was not really feeling well as well. So 2 3 days I couldn't even have touched the book, and then I have almost one last test to cover along with the PMI one. I think after when I spoke to you, I think just 2 days before the exam, so that in the last Friday, I just covered up both the exams, including the test exam and the PMI. So that was the entire day. I was, just giving up the exams. That's it.
I remember the day you came, Shriram, 2 days exam is there. I'm yet to do these things. What to do?
Yeah.
I think I went a little hard on you, telling
Yeah.
what are you doing there?
No, but that really helped, that that gives a more seriousness. Otherwise, I was little relaxing at the moment because I was so tired of giving exams, analyzing. So just needed much needed break
Right,
at that time.
right, right. Usually I don't go rough with people, but with you, I don't know, last two, I felt so shocked. She didn't do this because I know at least, I think I know at least for 2 years, more than
Yeah.
that. Yeah, okay. So the more, last 2 days you came, you said, Shinam, I meant to do this. I was so caught, man, what's happening here? I think I little
And
bit
yeah.
pushed you. I think you took that in the right
Mhm.
direction. I should appreciate it.
Yeah, and I think and when we talk about this PMI sample exam, so that is, I think, somewhere. I think my scores was, I have attempted it twice, but it was mostly one. In the first attempt, when I initially given in somewhere around like October, so it was 56%, and just in the last it was 59. So I think, mostly people say ki it is very like important to score above 70.
Mm,
So maybe I think that is somewhere it doable if someone is still scoring, no matter what's the score. But mainly, I think the exams are pretty much in line with the prepcast questions. And
mm,
I think, these days we were hearing the questions are just one or two liners, but for me it was a mix of both. I have hardly seen any one-liner question there. It was minimum two lines, and it was few of the were the lengthy questions as well. So, like my exam was a center-based one in Bangalore for the Lal Bagh Center. So that was in the afternoon slot. So as soon as I reached there, they have completed the signing process, and then as soon as we have started up, so it was like a very quick one. So I think I managed to take a break in between of approx some 6 to 7 minutes,
mm.
and then came back, and then I just had some water, and then I came back quickly, and then I managed to cover the entire exam. I think close to some 3 hours and few minutes. So just
That's
with few.
that's pretty fast, right? Only 3 hours you took to.
Yeah, so actually, as soon as I started the exam, I have seen few questions, but I think by looking at the other success stories, I was mostly focusing on that part. Whatever I know, I'll just quickly mark it out and then move it on. So
Mm,
that really helped, and I think the tricks that we have spoken these days, or from the other success stories, just looking at the key things and what they're trying to ask. So the main thing that I helped helped in the exam is looking at the specific scenario. So
mm,
most of the time, like there was I think the majority of the exam was into the uh, like the situation based, and it's like depending on the specific scenario. So if someone is you just know the generic steps, then I think maybe it would go a little tough. But if you just look at the exact situation and just think of what's the best in that situation, that would really help.
right, right, great, good. I know that was pretty good. The last 3 4 days, what you made, and when you went to the examination, what kind of questions you found little tough? Was it questions talking about what a manager has to do next, kind of questions
Mhm.
you felt tougher, or is there anything specific scenarios you felt tougher?
Mhm.
Anything you remember from it?
Mhm. In terms of tough questions, maybe I would not be able to exactly comment if something is really tough, because the most of the questions were pretty much similar what we have solved in the prepcast or anywhere else in the mock test or anywhere. So it's mainly like what if some stakeholders leave, so those sort of questions, and mainly the CCB process.
Mm,
So, and numericals also, it was mainly on the schedule one which I got it. But
mm,
again, it was a little time consuming, wherein you have to draw the network diagram, find the critical path, and then the shortest duration for it. So only just that part was little time consuming. Otherwise, if you're clear with the concepts and you know what is the best action to take, then I think this will not take much time to
got you,
do
got you, got you.
the best answer.
Great, great, good. So after completing this exam, a certification posted in LinkedIn. So how is your LinkedIn now? Is it busy?
Yes, quite. I think I'm receiving a lot of comments from many senior folks as well, from the PMI as well. So very glad to see and receive such an honor from such of the senior folks. So, I think we have heard so far that is really a prestigious certification across the globe. But I think looking at the comments from such people, it's really amazing to see such comments.
True. I think India is a country which is hitting very hard on the certificate.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
many in India go for it because we look for this kind of a professionals who have a good quality knowledge in management. It's
Hmm.
must needed here,
Yeah.
right? Because India being a hub of many countries' projects happening here, they're expecting people to have such a base, good knowledge. Very good. Great. Super, Devika. It's really interesting listening to you. Do you have any do's and don'ts for the people? It's not only for this
Mhm.
version of exam. Again, 2021 PAP is going to be the same. If you want to give some do's and don'ts on preparation, what do you give?
Yeah, sure. So in terms of, first I'll start off with the do's. So as I think, there are a lot of books available in the market for referring the concepts and the syllabus for the exam. But I think, apart from, either going with the head first of Rita, that is, I think, that is more of for the initial understanding of the terms. But a PIMBOK would be the Bible. So someone is preparing for it. And I think, most of the terminologies and the language, it's very much from the PIMBOK. So I think, I realized when I was attempting the mock and the prepcast one. So initially, I have read only the head first and uh, Rita, but I think
Okay.
after attempting just two tests from the prepcast, I realized that it's a must to go with the PIMBOK. And as soon as I have covered up reading the entire PIMBOK, I could see my scores were drastically improving. So that was one. And in
Understood.
terms of
Understood.
specifically during the exam day, I think just before 1 week of the exam, I think mostly we keep on rushing and trying to revise everything. So maybe I think and that happens with me as well. I was trying to cover up the entire PIMBOK summary book again, but I think that was not really needed because all the preparation that was done in that 3 to 4 months, that was enough. And I think rushing at the last moment, that will just create unnecessarily panic, so that is not really required. I think based on whatever the knowledge we have gained so far, that would help. So maybe I think just as you have mentioned in your earlier videos as well, taking enough rest, and that really helps, so that at least while we go for reading the actual exams, you should be able to focus. Otherwise, if you keep on reading till the last minute, again your brain will be completely exhausted and you will not be focusing on the key terms and the entire scenario.
See, see, for everyone, I'm keep telling that the day before exam, sleep well. Okay.
Hmm.
But none of the candidate who is going to exam the previous night don't sleep well.
Yes, that did happen with me as well. I think when we had a chat, I think the day before. So maybe I'm not sure of that really happens with me every time. If some important days there for me, I rarely could manage to sleep. So at that day also, I was awake till around 3 or 4 o'clock, and just had around mainly, I think, hardly 4 to 5 hours of sleep, and then I went 1 hour before to the center. And as soon as I came back, I was so tired. So just took rest after that as soon as I reached back.
Yeah. See, I used to tell people the day before exam, catch up sleep, go to bed early, switch off all the lights, switch off the mobile, throw it out go there.
But
But
in
my
practical, that really didn't happen. But with such a
99%
yeah.
don't sleep. But you know what? I did that.
Mhm.
The day before exam for me, I'm sure I want to sleep early. So what I did is I switched off all my reading by evening 4 o'clock. So I switch off all the lights by 7:38. It took 1.5 hours to get to the mode of sleep, and I slept early that night because a good sleep will make your brain to work well. Because this is not an exam which you can pick up on the fly. It should come from your mind, sometimes in the subconscious mind. All this
Yeah,
content. So it's not that
absolutely.
it's not something like you can answer just like that on the line. You have to
Hmm.
bring up that knowledge from your background.
Yeah, so
Well,
I think that's very much evident while we solve webcast question as well. I think reading the theory is one part of it. So, but unless we have the practical knowledge and the experience of it, it is really tough to see what's best in that
right.
specific scenario, because
Right.
the situations are so practical. So let's say what if some stakeholder is moved from there, so what should you do next? So it's the ideal is first you should update the register and then the communication management plan. So around on these lines as well, I got so many questions on the stakeholder and communication as well.
Mm-hmm.
But they have grilled a lot. I think especially for me, it was almost 7 to 8 questions on the stakeholders, with some or other scenario, and on the resources as well.
Very
So,
good.
unless, someone have really managed the stakeholders and the resources, maybe it will go a little harder, but otherwise it's the normal, like we talked about the numerical questions were also not much. It was hardly three for me and all of them were the network related. Apart from that, I didn't had any other numerical questions, neither with the cost as well. It was just, very the theoretical one, like we say, ki, how do you say if the theta is less than zero or s is greater than one? So just you have to say if it is over budget, under budget, those sort of questions were they related to the cost.
Okay.
And there were a majority of questions on the quality as well.
Mix of things. Okay,
Yeah.
got it, got it. Fantastic, great. A lot of inputs, Deepika. Thanks a lot. So, how is your family feeling about your exam? They're feeling, oh my goodness, it's done. Now you're free.
Yeah, quite, quite surprised to see that because from past couple of months I was, constantly studying. So, people are not getting it. Why I'm reading so much? It's just like so many years I left studies, and now what happened suddenly that, I'm so much into the study. So that was also a little surprise for them. Just
Okay, fantastic. Great. Super, Devika. Thanks a lot. And I appreciate your time to come over and give some inputs. A lot of good inputs from you, I observed. One thing of what I primarily saw with you is on the consistency. Over the year of time, you maintained it and you want to push it and make it happen. So let this habit continue with more winning in your leadership path, right? So the
yeah.
same thing will give you more job opportunities and more growth and let all happen going forward.
So as soon as I started with training in the August, I think there were a lot of other commitments as well. I do have. So as soon as I started up the training, Safe 5.0 come in between. So I have to spend some time on that as well. So I think almost 15-20 days I had spent on that to cover that as well. And then again, I went back on track and mostly, then coming back on the PMP track. So there were a lot of challenges in between as well. So some or other thing always comes up as we say, the risks are, as
Right,
we have seen in our risk management knowledge area. So I think
right.
that I faced the most of it on the exam day as well. So, and
Okay.
mainly I think a couple of tips regarding the center-based exam. So I think these days couple of rules might have been changed. So mostly I think if as soon as we reach the exam center, so I think whatever is our exam schedule. So for me the exam was at 12:30, but I reached around 11:30. So I
Oh,
think as soon as we reach there, they'll first check in the process. They'll give you one reading instructions. As soon as you're done with that, then I think you can check in with your ID proof. And I think we need not carry anything because they'll not allow you to read anything as soon as you reach the exam center. So it's advisable whatever reading and preparation has to be done. It's good to do it in the home because there is no point of carrying any notes or books with us.
see, it is not a 12th board exam
Hmm.
where you carry a notebook until the exam hall.
Yeah.
It's a
And
professional. It's something like a doctor or something. It's something different where
yeah.
I'm trying to educate people. Guys, don't treat like a board exam. It's a professional exam. The previous day, stop everything reading. Just it's a mind game. Just stay with your mind. That's good.
Yeah, and as soon as you will enter your desk, you will not be allowed to carry anything apart from your original ID proof. So, there's no point of even carrying even a pen, pencil,
Yes.
etc. So that was one main thing, and the main thing is about the time management. So maybe I think there are certain questions wherein we are stuck and being just not able to pick up the final choice. So for
Uh,
my case, I haven't marked anything for the review, so that also saved a lot of time. So
oh,
whatever is the final choice, I made it then and there, and then moved it on to the next question. So the best advice I could give is that whatever is the final choice, let's make it then and there itself. Because I think at the end we would rush up, and then instead of marking the right question, we might choose the wrong choice as well. So just taking some more time at the same time,
Deepika,
it would be good enough.
It's easy to say, but some people they can't take decision at one shot. They need to come back, see, convince. It differs people to people. That's why they have this review button.
Yeah, and I think that there are other features as well, like using the
Like,
highlighter strike through. So that I haven't utilized much because again you have to spend some time, and it would again increase your extra click. So I have not really utilized that, and I think mainly the as soon as you are done with the 89 questions, first you have to review everything, and then the main thing is that you have to put on start break and end break. If we are not ending the break, then it would take your exam time. So that is, I think, one of the important things we have to keep in mind, because I think maybe in a hurry or in the exam pressure we might forget to put the end break. So
Yep.
that is one of the important things.
Yep. Yep. Good. Super. Thanks a lot for coming up today and giving wonderful inputs. Keep rocking more and appreciate your time. Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks a lot to you and Rahul as well for all the support have been so far. So let's stay in touch.
Sure. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. It's a pleasure meeting with you guys. See you soon. Yes, bye.